Welcome back to Australia Trains. In this video we have quite an exciting one where we take a look at the Sandringham Line passenger information displays becoming the first entire line on Melbourne's metro network to have the new upgraded white background line specific coloured PIDs. In this video we're going to take a look at the actual process itself and then talk a little bit about the upgrades afterwards. Hope you enjoy the video. Whilst it may seem simple, the upgrades themselves are actually quite complicated, which takes a lot of trial and error and pretty important computer coding. When this does get done, you'll hear some of the people in the background, some Metro, some Department of Transport employees get quite excited, as this is no doubt a pretty big milestone in some of the network standardization projects. Before this moment, only very specific major city stations and nearby city stations had these new PIDs. So at about 3:07 PM on the Wednesday the 20th of March 2024, the Sandringham Line made history. Here it is on Wednesday the 20th of March 2024 at about 3:07 PM.
Hey! Oh, we missed the first station. We missed the Sandringham.
That can be added.
So yes, reaching that perfect milestone does take a little bit of time, and there was a slight error. I believe it was probably to do with the coding. The current station was just not displaying on the PID. Whilst I could be in every station location at the same time, once this update rolled out at Sandringham, it did the entire line simultaneously. Pretty magical for only one station, but there you go. So, after a little bit longer, it was able to be fixed, and here is take 2 of the historic moments. Here is Richmond Station on the day they're upgrading the PIDs at this particular station, with Platform 1 having the new white background and pink line colouring, where Platform 2 still has the black background and white writing. Because Richmond Station was one of the central ones to get the upgrade first, this station was done separately and done in 2023 as opposed to the Sandringham Line, which was done from Paran to Sandringham on the day. However, just like the Sandringham Line, the same went for Richmond with some problems. Here was the initial upgrade for the PIDs. You can't even see when the train's departing and there were no colours there. However, after a couple of days, that was also fixed. Now, I'd love to hear your opinion on these PIDs, as I reckon they are quite divided in one sense. And if I was to make the best of both worlds, I reckon the black background with the line colouring would be the best, as some people do have trouble with the white background, especially when it comes to the grey express stations. Here's what the older style express station looks like on a PID. With the black background, we can see the 3 dots, which signifies an express station. Whilst yes, you don't know what it's running express through, at least you know that if your station isn't listed on the PID, the train won't stop there. Whereas here's now what the new express service will look like, where we see an express Flinders Street to Upper Ferntree Gully service, with the rest of the other stations still listed there and only looking slightly lighter because of the grey font, or colouring I should say. And it is almost just as bad if there's only even just one station express. Again, the old style showing a stop all except Nowry Warren service, being very clear that the train isn't stopping there. But so the same can't be said for the Darling stops all except East Richmond service, as East Richmond only looks slightly lighter, even though the train is not stopping there. The old, the new, amongst rail fans, may be a very subtle debate, but when it comes to tourists and the general population, this is a subject of the utmost importance when it comes to railways information. And one last thing to consider, being that Southern Cross is privately owned, are they going to see their own type of PID upgrades? Who knows? We'll only find out as time continues. As for now, though, a rather interesting service or mistake on the PIDs at Southern Cross, and I think we'll leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed the video, and cheers.
From